Imagine a world where the very essence of truth is but a fleeting illusion, where deception is woven into the fabric of our daily interactions, invisible yet omnipresent. Today, we unravel a psychological experiment that dare to uncover the veiled tactics of human deception, methods so subtle, they often slip by unnoticed. Welcome to a journey into the mind's darker crevices, a place where manipulation dances on the edge of awareness. In the mid-20th century, a group of pioneering psychologists ventured into uncharted territory, orchestrating an experiment that remains relatively unknown to the public, yet profoundly impactful in understanding human deception. The setting was a nondescript room in a university, filled with eager participants, each unaware of the psychological labyrinth they were about to enter. The researchers, skilled in the art of subtlety, aimed to investigate how individuals deceive not only others but themselves, and how these deceptions shape our interactions and perceptions. The experiment's methodology was as intriguing as its premise. Participants were divided into small groups and given a simple task: to communicate a story to their peers. Unbeknownst to them, certain members were instructed to weave falsehoods into their narratives. The goal was to observe how these lies were constructed and received, how truth and deception coexisted in communication. Cameras and microphones subtly recorded every word, every hesitation, every fleeting glance. The beauty of the setup lay in its simplicity. The participants, engrossed in their tasks, were unaware of the intricate analysis their behavior was undergoing. As the experiment unfolded, surprising outcomes began to emerge. One of the most striking findings was the ease with which individuals accepted falsehoods when presented with a semblance of authority or confidence. The researchers found that lies, when delivered with conviction, often went unquestioned. This phenomenon, they speculated, was rooted in a deep-seated human desire to trust, an evolutionary trait that, while beneficial for social cohesion, leaves us vulnerable to manipulation. But the experiment revealed more than just our susceptibility to confident lies. It also uncovered the intricate art of deception itself. Manipulation, it turns out, is not just about what is said, but how it is said. The tone of voice, the choice of words, the subtle pauses. All these elements combine to create a tapestry of deceit that, when expertly woven, became indistinguishable from truth. Participants who were tasked with lying often employed these techniques unconsciously, suggesting that the ability to deceive is, to some extent, an innate human trait. Let's delve deeper into this subtle art of deception. Imagine a participant tasked with telling a fabricated story about a mundane event, a trip to the grocery store. On the surface, a simple task. But as they wove their tale, they instinctively employed techniques of persuasion. Their voice softened at critical points, drawing their listeners in. They added superfluous details, not to embellish the story, but to lend it authenticity. A reference to the weather, a casual mention of a song playing on the car radio. These were the brushstrokes in their portrait of deception. They have far-reaching implications, resonating even more profoundly in our current digital age. In a world where misinformation spreads like wildfire across social media platforms, understanding the mechanics of deception is more critical than ever. The experiment serves as a stark reminder of how easily our perceptions can be skewed by confident assertions and cleverly designed narratives. Today, as we navigate the vast ocean of digital information, we are constantly bombarded by messages, each vying for our attention, each blurring the lines between truth and fiction. In this environment, the lessons from this little-known experiment become invaluable. They highlight the need for vigilance, for critical thinking, and for an awareness of the psychological tactics that can so easily lead us astray. But our exploration doesn't stop there. The experiment also opened the door to examining cognitive biases and body language cues that play a pivotal role in deception. These are the unconscious signals and psychological shortcuts that influence our perception of truth. Elements we'll dissect in the next half of our journey. How do our biases cloud our judgment? What body language cues betray a liar, and which ones can we trust? Stay with us as we peel back these layers, revealing the hidden dynamics of deception. In an age where digital misinformation is as pervasive as the air we breathe, the insights from this groundbreaking experiment find their relevance amplified. Social media, with its vast reach and immediacy, serves as both a conduit and amplifier for deception. Messages, memes, and videos, crafted with varying degrees of truthfulness, are shared and reshared, gaining momentum at an unprecedented scale. We, the recipients of this digital deluge, are often tasked with the near-impossible challenge of discerning fact from fiction, a task made all the more difficult by the same psychological principles uncovered decades ago. The art of deception, as revealed by the experiment, finds a seamless transition into our virtual lives. Just as participants in that modest university room were swayed by confident narratives, so too are we enticed by the polished presentations of influencers, news outlets, and even acquaintances online. The digital space, with its lack of face-to-face cues, becomes a fertile ground for manipulation, where the tone of a written post or the visual appeal of a video can overshadow the veracity of its content. Yet, amidst this chaos, there lies a sliver of hope. Understanding the psychological underpinnings of deception equips us with the tools to navigate this complex landscape. By recognizing the tactics employed by digital deceivers, much like those participants did unconsciously, we can begin to sift through the noise, sharpening our critical thinking skills and cultivating a skepticism that acts not as a barrier but as a filter against manipulation. Let us turn our attention now to the cognitive biases and body language cues that further complicate our discernment of truth. Cognitive biases. Those mental shortcuts our brains take to process information quickly often lead us astray. The confirmation bias, for instance, nudges us to favor information that aligns with our pre-existing beliefs, rendering us blind to contradictory evidence. This bias, coupled with the echo chambers of social media, creates a potent mix where misinformation thrives. Similarly, the halo effect, another cognitive bias, causes us to attribute positive qualities to individuals based on a single attribute we admire. A charismatic speaker or an aesthetically pleasing image can lead us to overlook factual inaccuracies or deceptive intentions. In this way, biases cloud our judgment, making us unwitting participants in our own deception. Body language, while less visible in the digital realm, remains a critical component in face-to-face interactions. The experiment hinted at how subtle gestures, averted eyes, a fleeting smirk, or crossed arms can betray deceit. Yet, these cues are not foolproof. A skilled deceiver can mask these signals, while an innocent person may exhibit them out of anxiety or nervousness rather than guilt. Therefore, understanding body language requires a nuanced approach, one that considers the context, baseline behaviors, and individual differences. Now, armed with this knowledge, how can we protect ourselves from the pervasive influence of deception? The answer lies in cultivating a mindset of vigilance and inquiry. Begin with a commitment to question the information you encounter. Seek multiple sources, especially those that challenge your beliefs, and evaluate the credibility of each. Look for evidence, not just opinions, and practice the art of patience. A pause before reacting to emotionally charged content can prevent the spread of misinformation. In face-to-face settings, be attuned to the nuances of communication. Pay close attention to inconsistencies between words and actions, and be aware of your own biases that may influence your interpretation. Developing empathy allows us to understand the motivations behind deception, often rooted in fear or insecurity, enabling us to respond with insight rather than judgment. In this digital age, where the boundaries of truth are constantly tested, the lessons from this little-known experiment offer a beacon of understanding. They remind us that while deception is an inherent part of human interaction, awareness and critical thinking are our best defenses. By embracing these strategies, we empower ourselves to navigate the intricate web of modern communication with discernment and integrity. Thank you for embarking on this journey into the depths of human psychology and deception with us. As we continue to explore the hidden facets of the mind, we invite you to subscribe to our channel. Join us in uncovering the secrets of human behavior, as together we delve deeper into the world of dark psychology, illuminating the shadows with knowledge and insight.